Agent Cooper.
Wait a minute. You know, this is, excuse me, a damn fine coffee.
Right. And thank you, Agent Cooper, for the introduction to this show, our lovely little morning show where I, in my pajamas, in this blue robe that I love so much, in this time of the morning, welcome to Morning Coffees with your boy James. Morning Coffees with James, the show where I discuss everyday anything I want because I don't care. Because I am on the internet. I'm on YouTube now. So, Susan, how do you do? Mark, and I'm also on Instagram. Mark, how do you do, you robotic bastard? You bastard. And yes, I will swear. And I'm tired of everybody telling me you gotta be less swearing and stuff like that. Who are you, my mother? The Rock tells me to be, don't swear as much? Shut up, you jabroni. Shut up. I love you, Rock. I do love The Rock. But let me swear, alright? I'm Irish, okay? I'm not a Hawaiian, okay? Hawaiians can get away with not swearing. Us Irish, that is like telling an Italian not to speak with his hands. So, welcome. And what is today's topic? Well, I want to talk about a multitude of topics. I want to talk about... What was the one topic I want to talk about? Well... There was a political... What was the thing I was going to talk about today? Shit, there was two, but... One was out of anger and the other one was out of, interest. But recently, before I started doing this, I was watching a video by Max Derritt about do all autistic people agree? And for those who don't know, Max Derritt is a YouTuber who does a lot of videos, a lot of psychoanalysis videos and explanations of video games, movies, and books. And he's helped me out through a lot of things in my life, and actually helped me get through some depression. So Max, if you're watching this, thank you kindly. Go subscribe to this man because he is a beautiful man. And yes, stay yellow, Max. Stay yellow. I was watching one of his videos about about people on the autism spectrum talking about, what they do. All of them agree on the same thing, and one of them was the word special. Now, the word special is, well, for the most lack of a better word, is a good word. It's to describe something that is unique or extraordinary. Michelangelo was special. An artist can be special. I'm trying to think who else. Peter Gabriel is special. Christopher Walken is special. But the problem with, Elon Musk is very special. But if I were to use that in a more derogatory term, Elon Musk is very special. It's kind of derogatory. And I know people are not using it in a bad sense, but it's the same thing as using the word retard. And I'm not saying, it's as worse as the N-word, because the N-word is harsh. And so it's the word retarded, because it's in a sense, it's just, it's to demean something. And yes, it's used, well, here's the difference. One is used to demoralize people, and the other one is to demoralize people, but one is used in the medical term. And I have a cousin who is mentally differently wired. I'm going to use that term now, because that is another Max Derritt show, which you should check out, called Differently Wired. He talks, because the medical term to use for my cousin is retarded, and I think it's just foul. I think it's a foul term to use. It's somebody I believe I'm on the spectrum of autism, but not on the high level, because I do have sensory overload sometimes. I do have attention deficit disorder. I do have, maybe I'm going to throw in the hyper in there just for fun. Attention deficit hyper disorder. So, I do have a bit of dyslexia. I do have some, like, learning differences. I am differently wired myself, but the thing is that, I know people are not using that word to be describing somebody who is, in a mean sense. Oh, this guy's special. It's like, especially the term, like, special education, the special ed, you know what I mean? It's like, ha ha ha, you're retarded, ha. It's like, you know what? What do you get when you put a mentally ill loner in a society that abandons them and treats them like trash? You get what you deserve. And if you've seen the Joker movie, that's what happens. And granted, it bugs the shit out of me that, like, all you normies out there who think it's funny, just remember that the Joker exists because he's somebody who was, somebody pushed to the side and you all mocked him. Just keep laughing when you can't laugh, when you get the Joker venom in you and you can't stop laughing, or you're in the circus and the clown sets the circus on fire and he's dancing in the center while you're all trying to escape, and he's dancing to send in the clowns while you're all being burned alive. And he tried to warn you about the circus tent being on fire. It's like the old joke. Granted, that sounded like more like a threat, but it's not. It bugs me because it's like, that word really bugs the shit out of me. Special, because you've all tainted it. You've all tainted it, dude. That, it's being retarded. It's like, how would you feel if if you were black, I started calling you colored, or overly pigmented. You know what I mean? It's like, and people talk like, I was talking to a black friend of mine, a comedian, Andrew. I forget his name. Damn it. His name is Andrew. Andrew Thomas, I think it is. And I was talking to him about, racism and discrimination about this conversation. And we were talking about comedic jokes. And I'm like, look, all white people are not the same. And furthermore, white people are very... They don't care if you're black or white. If they find something different about you, normies will find something different about you and then ostracize, just alienate you, unintentionally but intentionally, because they are afraid of you and they have to label you because it doesn't match their neat little world, the other, in the sense, oh, you're differently skinned, well, he's colored, or he's black, oh, he doesn't think differently than me, well, he's special, oh, he doesn't believe in heterosexual, he's gay, or he's homosexual, or he's a, fruit, or some mean term. It's like, what, you fucking, like, and granted, this is coming from a person who's heterosexual, but then again, if you comment on a man's body being beautiful, you're automatically, what, are you gay? You have to throw in the no homo fucking thing. It's like, it just bugs the shit out of me. It really does bug the shit out of me, because it's like, look, you have to label it, or you have to, like, dissect it to be like, okay, this is a person who can't read properly, or can't, do multiplication or do math properly. Furthermore, I just want to say, what the fuck? Why does everybody need to learn algebra? I mean, why in God's name are we teaching a math system that not everybody's going to get? You know what I mean? Like, and this is like my issue with school too, and especially college. If you're going into college to learn a field that doesn't really require math, and I'm tired of people trying to defend math here. If you're going to learn any math, I think any math, like, for normal people, it should be about how to balance a checkbook and about balancing a budget, not about, finding the X. And granted, my brother made the argument that we use algebra all the time, but it's like, the way people teach it is just garbage in my mind. I had a good math teacher. His name was Steve Salmon, and he was a good math teacher. But I just didn't get math because it's like numbers and this, and it's like, oh, find the X. Oh, well, the rule, they change the rules constantly. When it's, and then it's like, oh, if you do it this way, that's wrong. Well, then it's a negative, and it's like, what the fuck? It's like, does it really matter if it's up or down? Like, that one number is up or down? Well, it does matter. It's like, this is the problem with society. It's like, with math. It's like, or basically, maybe it's core math. I can't fucking understand because you change the rules so many times and it's hard for people to keep up. And this is why you create anarchists, because then they decide, fuck your rules. I'm gonna just put toxic in the street. I'm gonna put laughing gas in the street. This is when you get guys like the Joker. I mean, come on now. You bunch of normies. And this is what happens when weaponized autism comes at you. You won't like it, no, but it's a beautiful thing. Weaponized autism is very strong, my friend, and it is a real weapon. And they will take you down. It's the famous speech that Kennedy said about gamers. Gamers. They targeted gamers. A group of people who spent hours, even weeks, days, doing the most mentally challenging tasks. Building up stats on characters, achieving little goals that don't really matter in the real world, but only for bragging rights. And all you think granted, I love the ending of that speech where he goes, you think you think you're special, unique, a snowflake? No, you're not. You're nothing to us. You're just another boss battle. I will play the speech right now, so give me a second. Kennedy. They talking to gamers. Gamers. Here we go.
Gamers. They targeted gamers. Gamers. We are a group of people who will sit for hours, days, even weeks on end performing some of the hardest, most mentally demanding tasks. Over and over and over.
I'm gonna find somebody else better to say it out loud. Because I'm gonna get my boy Tucker here. What the hell is this? This is one of the greatest speeches I've ever heard. And for those who don't know, I can't dramatic reading. Here we go. And I'm gonna let my boy. Let me see here. Let's see, do I want Nixon? Here we go.
They targeted gamers.
Gamers.
We're a group of people who sit for hours, days, even weeks on end, performing some of the hardest, most mentally demanding tasks over and over and over, all for nothing more than a little digital token saying that we did. We'll punish ourselves doing things others would consider torture because we think it's fun. We'll spend most, if not all, of our free time min-maxing the stats for fictional character, or to draw a single extra point of damage per second. Many of us have made careers out of doing just these things.
Potential collapse detected. Advise relocation to indicate.
Slogging through the grind all day, the same quests over and over, hundreds of times, to the point where we know every little detail, such that some have attained such gamer nirvana that they can literally play these games blindfolded. Do these people have any idea how many controllers have been smashed, systems overheated, discs and cartridges destroyed in frustration? All to have to be referred to as bragging rights? These people honestly think this is a battle they can win. They take our media, we're already building a new one without them. They take our devs. Gamers aren't shy about throwing in
What is he doing?
their money elsewhere. We're even making the games ourselves. They call us racists, misogynistic, rape apologists. Is gonna change us? We've been called worse things by pupubes and 10-year-olds with shitty headsets. They picked a fight against a group that's already grown desensitized to their strategies and methods, who enjoy the battle of attrition they've threatened us with, who take it as a challenge when they tell us we no longer matter. Our obsession with proving we can after being told we can't is so deeply ingrained from years of dealing with big brothers or sisters and friends, laughing at how pathetic we used to be. Proving you people wrong has become a very real need, a honed reflex. You're welcome.
And you are not special. You are not unique. And you are not any different. You are just another boss battle. That is the greatest speech ever said. And you want to know why? I'll tell you why. Because we gamers don't give a shit. We will go into the challenge nonetheless. We will fight you on the beaches. We will fight you on the fronts. And I know that was a little hard to say. I'm going to put a link down below to the John F. Kennedy speech. And I know it's a synth produced thing, but you people think you can honestly win? No. I'm sorry. You cannot. So don't try it, motherfucker. Because you will be thrown to the goddamn ground. I want to read the speech. This is the most profound thing. And in fact, I'll read it now. I'll make another video dramatizing it. So yeah, but not right now. And it's the same thing with the autistic people. It's the same thing with those you put aside. And I know it's like, James, let it go. No, I will not let it go. I want the damn same respect. Because you people have found a new way to make, you people are still racist. You're still discriminatory towards others, different, because you don't want to see somebody special. You don't want to see anybody unique. And I'm using the word special in a good light. You don't want to see anybody who's beyond average. You don't want to see that, or excuse me, above average, because you're afraid of that. You're afraid of your own little insecurities, your own little fragile existence in this world, because you go through the day in and day out. The reason why they call you NPCs for the first place. You are just going through your daily lives saying the same things over and over again as computed. One good man, get her done. Somebody has a case of the Mondays. Uh-oh, a little coffee rush, It's 5 o'clock somewhere. All over and over again. And guess what? It's also 4:20 somewhere else. It's always 4:20, motherfucker. And I apologize for being angry, but I'm fired up today. I am fired up. You think you can threaten me? You think I'm just gonna bow down the knee because you were mean to me and angry to me? Fuck you. You will receive what you will get. If you come at me with anger, I will come at you with fury. If you come at me with a knife, I will come after you with a gun. You come after me with a gun, I fucking burn the village you live in. Do you fucking understand me? I'm joking, by the way. I was quoting the line from Goodfellas. Now everybody's gonna be like, "It's a death threat." Yeah, it's a death threat. Oh my word. Where are my pearls? Where are my pearls so I can clench them? Yeah, I'm on fire today. I'm over. By the way, I'm hungover, by the way. I was drinking last night with some buddies. I might make this a little longer so I can explain my, attitude. And that's another thing I can't stand, when people are like, I don't like your attitude. It's like, you can have all the attitude you want, but when you receive it back, you don't like it. And you have to tell everybody, knock it off. Well, you know what? If you don't like my attitude, don't give the attitude back. Don't give it out to the world and expect nothing in return. Because karma is a circle. It is more circular than my sunglasses that I love. The John Lennon sunglasses. What you receive is what you will get. If you give anger into the world, you will receive anger back. And don't cry about it when it happens to you. So yeah, don't test me. Because my tank is on empty. And then I will give you a cup test. If you know what I mean, motherfucker. I'm too angry today. I know that. But I'm very passionate about this. And I don't mean to death threat anybody. I don't. But it's just bullshit, It's the same thing with these SJW fuckers and these people who want to keep, get rid of, to destroy art and culture, Oh, we can't have sexy women, we can't have Catwoman running around in a skin-tight outfit, displaying her beautiful body. Mortal Kombat's the same way. But, we can have a man shirtless. The male gaze is bad, but the female gaze is good. No. I'm sorry. Female gaze is worse than the male gaze as well. If you want to do it that way. Gaze is gaze. What? You wear yoga pants and you don't expect people to not look? People are going to look. Men and women. You are basically wearing a skin-tight outfit. And yes, you only wore that to make your ass look good. And I'm gonna look. I'm a construction worker. I'm not going by the 5-second rule. I'm gonna gawk. well, not gawking will be, I'm just gonna admire, like an artist admiring David, or the Venus del Milo, or fan art created on DeviantArt, drinking my wine and going, yes, good sir, I like your art, I like your fan art. I am too angry. I don't care. I don't give a damn. This is the only media I can go and express myself without anybody judging me. Or you shouldn't do this. And I'm tired of that shit. Oh, be careful what you say on, oh, well, we gotta, no. If you want to fight, I'll be glad to meet you out in the real world. I'll be glad. But don't expect me to be backing off. You people, I've been threatened by communists and thinking, oh, why don't you practice patriotism somewhere else? Really? Really there, you commie bastards? And this is something that's happened to me. Somebody posted up, socialism or barbarism. If that's the choice, then I choose barbarism. And this motherfucker didn't expect anybody to think like that. To say, oh, what? You want people to die? Well, it's like, you know what? You people don't threaten me. There's no real communist that has like a muscular physique or is in great shape. Most of you guys are skinny white boys who have never been in a fight and are just cowards. You goddamn right. I am angry. And here's the thing. Most of you people who believe in socialism, or who are on the left, I don't think most of you agree with the bullshit. Some of you who are left or centrist don't agree with anybody on the far left, because communism is a horrible, horrible cancer that was put on this world. And don't get me started with fascism, because on the far right, fascism is worse, alright? I don't believe in any supremacy of any race or any nationality. I believe in genetic superiority, because that's scarier, because this is the thing that is terrifying. If anybody's seen Star Trek and and I know people out there, well, no. I said racial, I said genetic, not racial, because that is the scariest thing. Because if anybody's seen Star Trek, the one character that comes to mind is Khan. He was a genetically superior being, and that motherfucker doesn't care if you're black or white. He will rule over you, and he will see you as lesser or inferior, despite anything you have on you or what color your skin is, because he sees you as a genetic inferiority. Go ahead, call me mishear what I say, because that's what you are. You put your ears in, and then you hear the muffle through it. I don't give a shit. I don't care. And yes, I am angry. I am hungover. I have a headache. And you people honestly think I'm not gonna back down? No, you better come at me with you better get in a fucking army here. I'm Tony Montana. And I'm gonna do the speech again, because you got me fired up. They targeted gamers. We are a group of people who will sit for hours, days, even weeks on end, performing some of the most mentally demanding tasks over and over and over again, all for nothing more than a little digital token saying we did. We'll punish ourselves doing the same things over and over again. And fuck, never mind. You know what? I'm gonna make another video. Give me a second, alright? Because I'm not repeating myself. I fucked it up, because I'm sorry. Considering I have a bit of a learning difference, yeah. So, deal with that. So expect this speech being told. That's gonna be my next video. I'm gonna do the gamer speech. So, yeah. Alright. I think I've said enough. This is 25 minutes long, so I'll see you guys in the next video. And yes, this has been a very more This has been a more passionate morning coffees with James, and I don't care. I'm fired up. I'm fired up. I don't like them globalists. People think you can scare us. I want Alex Jones to say this now. They targeted gamers. We are a group of people who will sit for hours, days, even weeks on end, performing some of the most... See, because I add more words, and I'm not... And Alex Jones would be perfect for this, because when he gets to the point where it's like, gamers are competitive, hardcore by nature, and we love a challenge. The Worst thing you did in all this was to challenge us. You're not special. You are not original. You are not the first. This is just another boss battle. That is awesome. Alright. Again, I suggest looking up the Targeted Gamer speech. It is a beautiful speech, and it is one of the most motivating ones out there. Yeah, I'm done for the day, so I'll see you guys in the next episode. Take care, love you, and bye-bye. And remember, peace be with you. I can't do the heart. Now it looks like it's... I made a heart. See ya. Bye. Peace.